I saw this SCP video that's like the adults, and it's like 1788. It kind of got me like curious of like what this actually is, and I didn't want to watch it by myself. So if we see anything weird or off, you guys are gonna watch it with me. So y'all are gonna have to like I have to watch it here with me, okay? All right, let's get started. I want to see. Right now, we're already starting off really good here with just the first frame of a really big dude with a collar on. So, we'll find out.
Suddenly becomes violent and attempts to break his restraints. Director Mandeville activates the shock collar.
Hey, did I miss something? Like, is there something else that's supposed to happen? Like, I feel like we went too ahead.
Viewer discretion is advised.
863 suddenly becomes violent and attempts to break his restraints. Director Mandeville activates the shock collar.
Okay, I was right. It is a collar, but I did not know it was a shock collar. I know some of y'all are like kinky like that, but it's okay. I promise I won't shock you guys, even if you are kept in my basement. Especially my moderators. It's okay. They get fed 3 times a day. Is it a lot of food? Maybe. Is it too much food where they have to like put a little rations in between? Probably. But either way, they live nice and comfortable in my basement, chained up by their necks with a computer laptop next to them. Enough about me. Let's continue.
You, I'll kill you. You're the pervert. Hello, everybody. I'm the Rubber. Today, we bring you SCP Foundation Keter Class Object SCP-1788. SCP-1788, also known as the Adults, is a process, treatment, or other means of biological transformation. A prepubescent human being subjected to 1788 will become an instance of SCP-1788-1. On reaching adulthood,
so you're telling me if they touch me, I become like them? Man, that's why I need a person with a white van to come over and do that to me. Man, honestly, now as I'm thinking about it, bro, whenever I was in school, I hope to God, like, bro, when I was in high school, I hoped the teacher touched me. Like, I just hoped. I fucking hope, especially if they were like super hot. Dude, I hoped for a female teacher to touch me. Is that a bad thing to think about? Is that a bad thing? Because like, I hope that happened. Man, it could have gone 2 ways. I would have gotten a big bag, or I would have gotten locked up in an asylum. But either way, I hope that teacher touched me, bro. I hope they did.
78-1s will display a predatory behavior towards prepubescent humans.
Oh?
Typically, they will settle in a large urban center. There, they will take on a form of white-collar employment and begin tracking prepubescents in the area.
So you're telling me they're like actually IRL catfishing, but like without like the dating process, they're just finding them and capturing them?
However, they will usually not seek employment in a job where they would work directly with children. Presumably, this is to limit suspicion.
Ah, they're smart. They're smart.
Once every 6 months, a 1788-1 instance will attempt to abduct one of the subjects that it has been tracking. Once captured, it takes them to a remote or otherwise unobserved location, where it is subjected to the 1788 process and turned into an instance of 1788-1. Little information has been gathered from capture.
Wait. So what is the whole point of this then? If they're just trying to capture prepubescent people, it turned it into them. What's the whole point? Like, what are they trying to do? What's like the main plan? Are they like trying to like get a bunch of people and like set a new world order? Like, hey, we're now the new people. We're gonna take over everything. This is now our world. This is what we claim. Also, how many of these are there? It seems like there's multiple of these kinds of like SCPs. They're just walking among us. Like, I need to know. Like, am I one? Am I a -1? Are you a -1? Don't tell me that. I might have to ban you.
Instances of 1788-1. These 1788-1 instances are of above average intelligence and show
Above
extremely
average.
strong resistance to compulsion, coercion, torture, and other forms of information extraction.
So they're masochists and they're sadists and they're prone to a lot of pain. Cool beans. All right. Kinky.
More detailed observations are difficult to make, as instances refuse to take standardized exams. In addition, they become aggressive and uncooperative when forced to answer questions, demonstrating an unwillingness or inability to comply with tests. To date, every instance has also shown signs of malignant narcissism and psychopathy. They generally demonstrate a complete lack of empathy, while also showing keen psychological insight. For these reasons, among others, unauthorized contact with 1788-1 instances is strictly forbidden.
So you can't even mess around with the -1s. You gotta actually handle the main culprit, the main guy. Wait, so then how do they know which one isn't a -1 and which one's the actual original creator then? What is the main key difference? Is it just by like how they look? They look older? Because they're targeting people that like are prepubescent. Like, oh, you're the oldest, so you gotta be the one who's in charge of all this.
Instances generally do not voluntarily gather or interact with one another, except for the purposes of mating.
Really?
In fact, when
They're
two
just
or
like
more
animals.
instances are placed in the same environment, they typically fight for dominance. This behavior is not gender-linked, in that females and males will fight one another in addition to their own genders. In a mixed gender group, there will be only one dominant individual, who may be male or female. Captured instances are housed separately to minimize damage. Multiple instances have been seen in the same general urban area, but never in a ratio greater than 1 to 100,000 normal humans.
There's that many? Dude, that's a lot. Dude, there's that many? Holy crap.
Gestation period is approximately 40 weeks, which is roughly the same as humans. Their offspring are genetically indistinguishable from
that looks like
normal
freaking
humans
Steve from
and are not
Minecraft.
considered
Look at that.
anomalous. However, as they are prime candidates for undergoing the SCP-1788 process, their capture or termination is to be considered high priority, second only to the termination of 1788-1 instances. According to the 1788-1 anatomy report, it is extremely difficult to distinguish a clothed 1788-1 from a normal adult human. Individuals show variation as expected from gender and ethnicity, but share certain characteristics in common. 1788-1 individuals appear to be obese, within the range of 150 to 200 kilograms when fully grown.
Dude, how much even is that? Chat, what's the weight on that? 150 to like, hold up, what? 150 kg to pounds. 330 pounds? Holy shit! What's 200? 440? Damn, big bag! Holy shit! Dude, they're gonna be in freaking my 600-pound life. Holy shit! Dude, I cannot even fathom. Holy crap, that's huge.
1788-1 instances have larger than average eyes, though not enough to appear abnormal on casual inspection. Their sweat contains high levels of potassium and copper, though still within the normal range for an adult
So you're telling me I could suck on these fingers and then I could get a lot of like proteins?
human.
Is that what you're telling me?
While they seem normal on the outside, their internal anatomy has been altered extensively. 1788-1 instances, long bones and cranium have been reinforced with several heavy metals. And their muscle fibers have been interwoven with structures resembling carbon nanotubes. This gives them
like a built gorilla.
durability, strength, and speed that measures well above the human baseline. 1788-1 instances possess backup organs and systems for most of their body's vital processes.
Bro got like 3 hearts, 4 kidneys, 2 sets of lungs.
Heart, which is located lower in the torso. This heart can work in tandem with the primary heart to more efficiently circulate blood. Additionally, it can also function independently as necessary. Certain blood vessels have complex valve structures, allowing instances to close off blood flow to damaged limbs and other areas to prevent excessive blood loss.
Wow.
Other organ systems also have 2 or 3 redundant backups that can take over in the event of failure within a primary organ. 1788-1 instances also possess a secondary brain.
How's that possible?
Located in the upper torso and protected by its own skeletal structure similar in construction to the rib cage. Currently, the exact function of this brain is unknown, but it is known that this brain can continue to function even in the event of the destruction of the primary brain. This phenomenon was demonstrated in an incident where a team of agents were able to lure a 1788-1 instance into the range of a sniper, who was able to destroy most of the instance's
Holy
head,
crap!
the entirety of the main brain.
So you're telling me the actual clone copies that they create from kids also make them just exactly like them? At this point, dude, just touch me already. Like, what the heck? They don't seem like a bad thing at this point. Like, you're telling me I got 2 hearts, 2 brains, 2 sets of everything? Would that increase my IQ? Or would that lower it? Wait, do I get 2 dicks too? Do I get 2 booty holes too if I lose that? Wait, what do I gain? Do I gain that too? Do I lose that? Do I get double the testosterone now? Like, what's happening? Like, what am I know I'm getting the main organs, but like, I got 2 sets of stomachs. I could just like eat whatever, how much I want, and then I could just poop it out. Hi, Busy Bee. We're watching an SCP video. It's kind of weird. Talk about adults and like touching people.
However, the instance still displayed full mobility and partial lethality, disabling 2 agents, 1 fatally at close range. It is unknown how the instance was still able to sense the agents with most of its primary sense organs destroyed. Research is ongoing. The final difference in gross anatomy is the appearance of a second pair of arms, located directly below the main pair. These have apparently equal strength and dexterity to the upper pair, and 1788-1 instances are apparently capable of using all 4 arms simultaneously.
Dude, how?
When not actively hunting, instances hold the lower pair folded closely to their sides, where they are largely concealed by natural bulk. When hidden in this manner, it is virtually impossible to distinguish a clothed instance of 1788-1 from a normal, obese human, with the only exception being upon close inspection. Below is an interview log between Site Director Mandeville
I need to see this. I need to see this.
SCP-1788-1-863. The 863 was restrained and fitted with an electroshock collar for this interview. Please state your name for the record. I don't need a name. Names are for children. The driver's license and other materials on your person identify you as... Is that your name? That's my childhood name. I don't need it now. Then I'll refer to you as 863. Call me what you like. Just don't call me late for supper.
He's so cocky.
You were found by our agents outside an elementary school, and documents in your car and apartment include multiple photographs of the victim.
Damn, they're getting him that young?
863 suddenly becomes violent and attempts to break his restraints. You, I'll kill you. You're the pervert, you.
I think that might be you, buddy.
Then why are you observing human? 863 stops, attempting to break restraints. You think they're the victim. I can't believe we came from you. Explain what you mean by that, 863. 863 does not speak.
Dude, what is he on about?
Activates the shock collar. 863 does not visibly react. That's what I mean. You think you can hurt me with that? You're a failure, Doctor. You don't even know what you are. Would you care to elaborate, 863? You wonder why your scientists haven't found any anomalous implants in our bodies, why we have no surgical scars, why our genes are pure, unmodified human genes. Because we are human, Doctor. Your x-rays don't look very human. We don't look like you. We're not failures. We're not children. You regard us as children? You still look like children. You aren't finished. What do you're stunted, incomplete. You're like the amphibian that grows up to breathe water instead of air.
Hold up. Dude, now what I'm everything that I'm getting here from SCP-1788. Bro is just like a complete narcissist, think that he's just completely so much better than humanity. But in reality, he's the one who got captured in the end. He's the one in the bunker. He's the one chained up. He's the one with the collar. Now, make that make sense to me. Because how the hell, if you're saying that humans are all puny like this, how does a big ass motherfucker like you get captured like this easily, bro? All I'm seeing here is just a skill issue. Bro got 2 sets of everything, 2 sets of arms, 2 sets of like IQ, but somehow bro is the one chained up and getting interviewed like this.
I watched. They must hatch into us. They need to be finished.
Bro,
so
what?
You abduct them to complete their metamorphosis? We don't need companionship. We don't live like you in herds.
Yeah, you do.
Each one of us knows what we need to do.
Which is what?
Each of us is capable of it.
Wait, which is what?
And what do you want us to do? Grow up or die?
What?
Containment
but what's your point, though?
SCP-1788 is currently impossible, but the Foundation currently has 7 instances of 1788-1 imprisoned in armed biological area 223. Contact with these instances is strictly forbidden outside of approved experiments. Each instance is to be housed in a separate humanoid containment cell. Any suspected instances of 1788-1 are to be reported immediately to Armed Biological Area 223 Command. Personnel are not to engage suspected instances and should retreat immediately upon an encounter. Remember to check out my new animation
Dude, that's so
channel,
crazy. Dude, that's honestly so crazy. Man, I just hope I hope it's a female that touches me. Man, I don't care. If I turn into one of these, I hope it's a woman that touches me. That's all I care. That's all I ask. I'm like, wait, hold up, bro. If it's a dude chasing me, I'm like, wait, hold up. I know what you are. And I want to be just like you. But I don't want you to touch me. I want her to be a woman. I feel like at that point, bro, we'll be like, I'm too good for this. How about you? How about I just let you go? I feel like it's just like reverse psychology them. I feel like that's what's gonna happen. That'd be my main plan to escape all this. What does he think? The hard to destroy lizard or something? What's that one lizard that's like completely indestructible? What's the number of that? I don't think it will matter what gender. Oh, you know, but like if it's a dude. If it's a dude, I'll just like, hey, I don't want it to be you, bro. I want it to be a woman. That's what I want. 682. Dude, if it's a fight between 1788 to 682, I wonder who would win.